Looks like Disney might be putting the brakes on its live-action remake machine, at least for now. Word has been spreading once again that the studio is hitting pause on these projects, and the recent shelving of the Rapunzel adaptation is only fueling the speculation. Insiders believe Disney may have been planning to take a similar approach with Rapunzel as they did with Snow White. And after the backlash, they seem to be rethinking that decision. Now, instead of reinventing the classics, Disney could be pivoting to more faithful recreations, something fans are already seeing with Lilo and Stitch, which appears to be a near shot-for-shot remake. If that one does well, and some are betting it could pull in close to $1 billion, Disney might finally realize that sticking to the original formula is the smarter, safer move. After all, those versions tend to bring in big bucks. But Snow White? That's a whole different story. That movie is on track to lose a serious amount of money. It's especially telling when you see headlines celebrating its $146 million gross, even though the film had a reported budget of $270 million. What those headlines conveniently leave out is the math behind box office revenue. Studios like Disney don't keep the full ticket price. Typically, they get around 60%, maybe even less in some regions. So to even break even, Snow White would have to rake in far more than that budget figure. The way the numbers are framed, it's just another way to soften the blow and make the situation seem less dire for Disney. Meanwhile, Rachel Zegler is once again drawing heat, this time for something much more personal. She took to social media recently, not to address the film's performance or the controversy surrounding her, but to talk about her dog, Lenny, who's apparently dealing with severe diarrhea and loss of appetite. She described how she's been bouncing between vet visits and trying different medications, all to no avail. In one post, she said, "Okay, I am turning to Instagram solely because everything else has been a dead end. Folks, sweet Lenny has crazy diarrhea and a loss of appetite, and nothing is helping." Now, while no one is faulting her for being concerned about her pet, that's totally understandable. Some are questioning the timing. Critics online are wondering if Rachel is trying to shift the conversation and earn a little public sympathy, especially since her popularity has taken such a hit lately. She's even been spotted walking her dog, seemingly trying to keep a low profile, dressed similarly to how she looked during her last public appearance. At the end of the day, people are divided. Some sympathize with her situation, others see it as another strategic move. But one thing's for sure. Rachel Zegler remains a lightning rod for controversy, whether it's about movies or mutts. Just 48 hours before she's supposed to fly overseas, Rachel Zegler finds herself in a tough spot, and she's asking the internet for help. Her dog is sick, and while some online suggested remedies like a chicken, rice, and pumpkin mix, a go-to for many pet owners, Rachel didn't seem to have the recipe on hand. She's clearly distressed, but that hasn't stopped people from raising questions about her timing. While it's totally possible she's genuinely concerned for her furry friend, a growing number of critics online believe this might be a calculated move. With public sentiment already turning against her, some are speculating that she's using this situation to generate sympathy. After all, she's been heavily criticized lately, and now, conveniently, she's sharing vulnerable moments with her dog, who she's also been seen calmly walking in public, looking surprisingly composed. What's also grabbing attention is how she looks these days, and let's just say, it's not her best. But what's more interesting than her appearance is the recent buzz about her upcoming theater role. Zegler is headed to London to take on the iconic role of Eva Peron. Yes, from Evita, the musical that features the famous song Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. While it's a huge opportunity, the promotional push isn't translating into packed seats. A quick glance at the ticketing site reveals a troubling reality. The theater is nearly empty. Despite opening in just 2 months and ticket prices starting at only £29.50, there's still good availability across all upcoming dates: June, July, August, and even September. Now that's surprising, especially considering the venue seats over 2,200 people. These types of productions typically sell out quickly, yet this one seems to be struggling hard. Yes, it's possible things might turn around at the last minute. Sometimes shows pick up steam closer to opening night, but as of now, it's not looking good. You'd think Rachel Zegler would be enough of a draw to fill those seats, especially for such a high-profile role. But perhaps she's overestimated her own appeal, especially overseas. British audiences, it seems, don't care about her political stances or controversies, and right now, it looks like her name alone isn't enough to sell out a London theater. Honestly, I'm a bit shocked by it myself. Even I expected more buzz around this project, but the numbers speak for themselves. Anyway, what do you think? Are ticket sales going to bounce back, or has Zegler's star power dimmed for good? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Catch you in the next one. Peace.